Welcome to Caseback Watches, my name is Tim, and here I'm presenting you the second part of the different types of watch buyers and collectors. We've discussed 4 different types, and in the comments there was a little debate what type I represent here, and you know what, I'm not sure. I don't think that a person can match 100% one type. I think we are mixtures, and so I think I'm a mixture as well. But now let's go straight into it. Another 4 types of watch buyers and collectors. The ruthless dealer, yes, very dangerous creature. And he doesn't see the watch as a gem for the wrist. He sees the watch as a device for storing money. And then you can put the money in your pocket. You can go through customs, for example, and then you can make money with the watch. This is its only purpose for the ruthless dealer. And he's aware of the fact that a watch cannot represent by its nature, only by the technology, the entire price. So he knows he has to add something. He has to add brand value. He has to add rarity, and he has to add this story around the watch. And the problem is he does this even if there is no rarity and no story around it. And those stories, they sound like catalogs, watch catalogs, built with the highest standards even thinkable, the perfect bridge between ancient times and modern times, the perfect bridge between generations, and it's supposed to go to your son after you've enjoyed it, that kind of. And if he wants to buy a watch from you, then often he claims he isn't a dealer, he is a collector. He's just passing by, oh, there's a nice watch, would you sell this to me? And then he tells you every time, needs a service, it's ridiculously overpriced, and it's completely unwanted, unpopular, and so you could sell this to the dealer, please, with a large discount, right? And he sees the customer then, of course, not as a complete moron. No, that's not the case. He sees the customer as a highly distracted person with a complete different mindset than he has, and I think he's right with that. And now the question is how to spot the ruthless dealer, and I think the problem is you will spot him when it's too late, after the transaction, because then you will realize that the watch you have bought from the ruthless dealer is ridiculously overpriced, needs a service, and is unpopular. And the ruthless dealer can evolve into a criminal, very dangerous, and his role for the environment I couldn't find. After some research, I couldn't find the role for the environment, which is kind of strange. I mean, see nature. Every ruthless and dangerous and annoying creature has some sort of purpose for the ecosystem. But what's the sense here? What's the role for the environment of the ruthless dealer? If you know, then please let us know in the comments. Thank you very much. Natural Habitat, Chrono 24 and eBay, Favorite Nutrition, Rolex, Hublot and the entire Swatch Group. Why do people flip watches? The kick, right? It's something in your blood and you want to feel it again and again and again. And this might be the case sometimes, but I personally think the explanation is a little bit more complicated. I think some flippers want to see perfection on the wrist. You know, you buy your first watch and then you see, oh, this is such a beautiful watch, but wait, what's this here on the bezel? This design is not flawless, not perfect, damn. And then they try again and they buy another watch, and there is a kick, of course, but it's not perfect. I have to buy another watch, and then of course he has to sell the watch prior to buy the new one, because we are not millionaires here, right? Same mechanism, by the way, if you make something with your hands, then often people build something and it's cool, it's okay, it's very, very good in fact, but it's not perfect. And then they try again, they start again. And again, they want perfection. And so my theory here is that often flipper are perfectionists, just perfectionists. And over the years, or let's say over the months, this can be very quick, they learn how to flip without losing money. And then the door, of course, is wide open. And then the flipper is in danger to flip because he can. Then he forgets his perfectionism a bit. He flips because he can. Sometimes he turns into something like an unofficial dealer. You know, the people who flip watches to make money, but without paying taxes, without warranty, without everything. Unfair competition, in other words. And the more he learns about watches, about the genres and different types of watches, the more he feels the need to flip, to find the perfect watch. Role for the environment, very important character, very important figure, because he keeps the used market, beside those professional dealers, rotating. He's the reason that you can buy those Longines flagship on eBay 50% of retail price from a private person. So immensely important role for the environment. He keeps things going. And his natural habitat is Instagram, because there he can show all his watches. I'm still wearing the Tissot, by the way. And if you want to see my Instagram account, by the way, it's Caseback_Tim. Okay. We've done this. Now let's carry on here. Favorite nutrition of the flipper. He is a omnivore. It's the word. Means eats everything. Can digest everything with ease. He's a singularity. A singularity absolutely unique. He would never wear the common watch. He would never wear the common watch you can find all over the forums, all over YouTube. Never, ever. He sees the watch not as an accessory or a technical item. He sees the watch as some sort of part of his personal drama. It's a prop. It's le requisite. It's le requisite. It's loaded with good and evil, desires, surprises, tragedies. It's a part of his own drama. And he's absolutely clueless about technology. Watch prices, market prices, they are senseless. He would never calculate and compare prices, absolutely senseless. And the role for the environment is that he attracts manufacturers to produce rather quirky but interesting watches. Think of the Hamilton Ventura, for example, or the Oris Art Blakey, or the Oris Frank Sinatra. I mean, of course, the real artists, they don't buy those watches, but at least they've given the idea, and they expose their watches in a nice and flashy way, and they attract attention for the watch world, which is good. Natural habitat is, YouTube. And favorite nutrition is Dubey and Schaldenbrand. You don't know the brand? I've expected that. Surprisingly, the Stingy is not without money. He's not completely broke. In fact, often he has money. He owns decent amounts of money, but he doesn't want to spend this amount on watches because he feels like he is in the middle of a gigantic conspiracy, some sort of fraud. Why is everything here so damn expensive? The price for this leather Patek strap, he could buy an entire lawnmower for that kind of money. So why is everything so expensive? And then with that paranoia in his brain, he really thinks that everything is too expensive. That Rolex, oh, this is horrible overpriced, or that spare clasp, oh, this is ridiculously overpriced. And even the Psycho 5 for $69 is ridiculously overpriced. Way too expensive. And you want him to pay $1,000 for a service, 3-hand watch, 1,000, way overpriced. Insanity, a fraud, just a fraud. Role for the environment, although, is very important because often he finds the weak spot of the industry. He's the first one who asks, is it really necessary to pay these 1,000 for the service, 3-hand watch? Is it really necessary to buy that Patek strap for 500 euros or US dollars? Is it really necessary to buy the original box for such and such watch on eBay for the equivalent of a lawnmower? And so his role for the environment is very important. He keeps the pressure up. He's the reason that you can buy that Patek strap for 150 euros or US dollars on eBay, and then you have still money left for the lawnmower. Natural habitat, the boutique. The boutique. He's in the boutique. He's not happy in the boutique, but he continues to go in boutiques to tell the people there, this is overpriced. This is overpriced, guys. This is simply overpriced. I want a discount. Famous nutrition, well, I think Seagull 1963 because of the insane price for that watch, and Russian watches. But of course he wants all the other watches he wants too, but with a discount, okay? A nice discount and freshly served. Freshly served. He doesn't want to pay for the service. Okay, those were another 4 types of watch collectors and watch buyers. And I think I'm done here. Maybe I could find another 4 types, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to extract this series so much. Or what do you think? Then let me know in the comments, please. And now let me thank you very much for your attention, and maybe until next time.